indie development.
All right,
looks like this game's
already.
starting.
Yeah.
Chris, shall I take this one down with you? Sparks, do you want to be the admin today?
Yeah, let's go.
Wait.
Who are we on?
I'm on Baksteen right now, who's just spawned over the red armor. He's got the railgun, and I think his lack of warm-up is showing at the moment.
Yeah, Sparks just getting himself a railgun as well, so both these players have some weapons. See what happens.
Push the weapon there. Another rail shot would have been just fine, but it looked like he wanted to get a kind of a top rocket play with him then.
Sparks does some decent damage there on that red, completely eliminating it. And he's got a yellow as well, so he's got some armor to play with, a little bit of health. Nice.
Oh, whoa.
Such an important rail for Sparks, completely knocked Baksteen down, won himself this mega.
3 rails in a row, and he's going to get the first frag. I think Baksteen actually had opportunities to do great damage, but his weapon selection was just a little bit off, and I think we're just seeing the kind of... You know, that's what happens even if you just go inactive for a week. You just need to
rails are just unbelievable at the moment, and look at the ping difference. I mean, almost, what, 60 ping, the difference between them, and Sparks is hitting like a beast.
Yeah, that's kind of why he stands out with a lot. Those rails are just... he's underrated in that way.
Yeah.
You don't give one does not give enough respect to Sparks for actually the amount of damage he can do. But this guy's been in top American CTF teams. I'd say he is Canadian, North American. Let's put it that way. One QuakeCon with these teams, with the likes of Zero4 and others. I dare say I don't remember every teammate, but I know that Sparks he was one of the guys who was picked up later on for those teams, and he was like, it's as if he was always around. It was such a wreckage when he played with them.
Yeah, but both players dealing good damage to each other, and Stack's fairly even now. Sparks backing himself onto this red armor, does take the rail. But Baksteen needs to be very careful. He's sitting on 58 health, 23 armor. Actually, picked up the 50, but then lost some more. He's on 81 health, 0 armor. I think it's gonna help.
He's actually a bit better off compared to Sparks. If Baksteen's got this red timing down, then there should be fireworks going off here. And I think Sparks might want to get the hell out of here.
Yeah, Baksteen 150, 150. This is dangerous.
Pick up the algae or something. He goes with the rockets. He doesn't quite fall off the edge, but he can't chase Sparks up for a kill. Baksteen, don't miss this opportunity. Sparks maybe only deserved 1 frag for that control he had at the at the beginning. But he's trying to fight back. I'm actually amazed that Sparks has been able to survive.
Yeah, and do good damage on top of that. Baksteen got himself back up to 100, but Sparks is keeping himself alive somehow with that defensive play.
Oh,
a frag for Baksteen, indeed it is.
More misposition for Sparks, and it eventually it gets the better of him.
A surprisingly slow toxicity, I'd say. 1-1 after 3 minutes. Don't often see that.
Yeah, that's a call for you. The traditional fast matches have often been played very slowly recently. I think these players are really showing that they very much care. They don't want to make errors. They'd rather not die at all than have to fight and then invest frags into getting back into control. They want that one frag, and then they want to make sure that once that frag happens, they are the one in control.
No one's actually gotten any significant control in this game yet. Been going back and forth.
If there has been, it's almost immediately been, their stack just getting damaged away by rockets, rail, whatever it is.
Absolutely. I mean, Baksteen has had considerably more reds, but Sparks has been getting all those megas and cycling the yellows fairly decently, so keeping it even here.
Baksteen might be a big threat now. He had 180, 140, something like that.
Oh wow. Sparks left on 5 health after that exchange.
Ouch, ouch, ouch. And Baksteen gets a kill now and doesn't take much damage. He's going to be able to cycle on the spawns quite efficiently. But 20 health left. Baksteen, get that damage down. Get the kill. Maybe after it might be better to get the kill now after the items are picked up.
Again, Sparks manages to keep himself alive with barely any health. Finally, Baksteen finishes him off. Beautiful rail there. Could be a nice conversion here. 3-1, almost instantly there for Baksteen.
Oh, Sparks looking for a cheeky gauntlet. Baksteen's missing these shots. He needs to take his time on. This is going to be a direct. Oh, God.
Beautifully timed there from Sparks.
Baksteen had every right, really, to kind of continue that frag streak for much longer. But, okay, fair enough. Just fights back with some pretty crazy aggression, taking more risks on this occasion, and it works. Baksteen's taking 44% rel, even though he's been missing a lot of what looked like important and very occasionally easy shots. He's still hitting a damn lot.
Yeah, and Sparks once again running around with very little health to his name, and he needs to be very careful. One rail will kill him. Baksteen doesn't miss this time. And looks like Baksteen's slowly starting to establish a little bit of control on this map, which could spell the end of Sparks on this map.
Baksteen's LG does kind of remind me of Agent circa 2011-12. I don't know if you're feeling it. He's hitting 23% at the moment. There's been some spam, but it looks shaky.
Yeah, nothing really to speak of there. I think he's relying more on his rail and his kind of little period of control here to get him through this patch. 6-2 now, but it's definitely not over for Sparks. I mean, we know how quickly things can turn around on this map. And 4 frags is really not luck here on consistency.
Yeah, this is nothing to feel comfortable with right now.
Yeah.
But if he keeps doing things like this, if he's able to pick up some spawn kills, then he'll start feeling more and more comfortable. And then Mega's up. Sparks not going to be able to go for it, but he's doing amazing damage.
Wow.
That's unbelievable. That is
amazing rocket from Sparks. Unlucky spawn there.
He kind of, Sparks ran down towards the red armor when he should have just gone straight towards the Mega Health, and he ended up forcing the spawn over where Baksteen could pick up that quick rocket launcher. Now Baksteen's picking up frags again. It's small missed positions like that where you should be controlling the spawns, and it's biting you in the ass. And there it is. Little combo. Baksteen gets 10-3 now.
Yeah, with the help of Fortune Spawn there, Baksteen got himself right back into this game after losing a frag. But Sparks again keeping up that rocket damage.
Dude, I've seen defrag players who don't move as nicely as that was. That was awesome from Baksteen, and then chasing it into the LG frag. Such elegant play from the Dutch guy. Thought he was going to get telefrag there. He moved backwards after. Oh, he hits the mid-air. Lovely.
Beautiful work from Baksteen, and yeah, extending that lead now quite considerably. I think, you know, if Sparks wants to do something, he's got to do it now. With 2.5 minutes left into this game, there is not much time anymore.
There's a lot of frags to reattain for Sparks, and if he doesn't get anything, to be honest, it's verging on over already. But if you can do a surprise move in the next 10 seconds, then it's not like we haven't seen crazier things happen.
Yeah. I mean, you know, a 5 or 6 frag deficit is very much doable, but it's already 11 now. Make that 12. And
that's it.
Yeah, Sparks is just going to call the GG. Cut his losses. Remember, it is a best of 3, so it's not over for Sparks.
It's not at all.
Do we know what the next map is?
I don't actually know. I was told the first map, and then I was like, oh, I don't have the extra info. But I think that's going to be Baksteen's pick because Baksteen really likes toxicity. Curious what Sparks picked. This is a pick tournament after all. A lot of online duel taunts we've seen most of the time, like the leagues and a lot of Sunday Cups, is usually drop. So you don't end up seeing players' best maps coming out immediately. And now every competitor, be that, whether they're higher seed or lower seed, are going to be able to do to pick their own map.
Yeah, I do like pick. I mean, it gives us some interesting performance, especially in a best of 3 format. Both players can pick their best map, so why not? But we do have T7, and these guys are about to get underway.
2, 1.
I'm going to go on to Sparks from the beginning of this. He's got the red armor. He's trying to go for a little delay, but he
not working out there. Yeah, the thinking was good from Sparks. Unfortunately, his plan not starting off, so he's just going to go around, pick up some weapons, and you know, take it easy for a bit. See if he can find some distance shots there onto Baksteen. Baksteen nowhere to be seen yet. Is at the bottom here.
And that LG is letting him down a little bit, but his rockets certainly aren't. Sparks, though, plenty of armor left to go. And he can escape there, not taking too much additional damage.
Baksteen has just kind of put himself out of position here for this Mega. He does manage to get back onto it. That was close. Sparks, fortunately for Baksteen, missing his rails there.
Yeah, he missed a few shots, and Sparks' repositioning was slightly weird. But he kind of had to sacrifice the item after what happened in the red room.
I mean, he drew Baksteen out there off the Mega. He should have just gone for it. Perhaps try pull a little cheeky steal, but unfortunately, no. Baksteen's sitting on 150 at the moment, and you know, a fair bit of control for him. He's got the timing on both the red and the Mega, which are going to be spawning at the same time here. Sparks already in position. Solid defense there from Sparks with the rockets. Baksteen on 23 health. He needs to get out of here.
Baksteen, you have the red armor below you.
Yeah, Baksteen opting for the 50 health bubble. He's actually still not picked up the red. Looking for that damage. Actually, that's worked out really well for Baksteen. He got a rail off and he picked up red and yellow.
That's so weird because I think Sparks just assumed that Baksteen had the red armor already. If he knew he hadn't, maybe he would have tried to commit to the fight knowing that Baksteen should have been weak. And then Baksteen's like, screw it, I'm going to go in. I think he recognized that Sparks misjudged his stack, and he's like, I'm just going to go in for some damage, because he probably doesn't think that the next rail is as important as it actually is.
Yeah, beautiful timing though from Baksteen to the second on that red. And Mega's going to be up here in 2 seconds. He does take a rocket, actually. That's going to weaken that Mega health for him significantly. That rocket was traveling for quite a while there. I'm surprised Baksteen didn't dodge that, but nonetheless, here we go. Baksteen still with the superior armor stack, looking for those shots.
Sparks is just desperate to get away at the moment.
Yeah.
Really wants to survive. These yellows aren't even up for a while, so he just needs to get the hell out of the room. Baksteen can't get a rail off or anything. And Sparks is just going to hope he can get the lower yellow.
Sparks just needs to kind of regroup himself here for about a minute or so, and you know, not allowed Baksteen to run away with this control. Baksteen on 200, so he's looking very, very dangerous. Sparks missing that rail again, that would have been nice.
As you say about Sparks, just take your time. There's no need to rush it whatsoever. It's a game of strategy.
Yep.
Slow game of chess. Just make the right moves, and then eventually you'll be able to trap his queen.
Baksteen, on the other hand, enjoying this control, and nice little ambush there from the Dutch player. Actually, he is stuck here. Sparks' rockets need to be perfect.
That actually turned out quite well for Sparks.
Yeah, but there's breaking away, but Baksteen with the pop mid-air, wow.
Just as I say that, Sparks just gets himself into a fight he can't handle. He's going to get the mega health. I think Baksteen... Actually, I don't know if Baksteen heard that, because I just switched pods. You hear?
I don't think he did. Baksteen knew where Sparks was, so I think he assumed that Sparks would have gone for the mega, so he's got a rough idea. But I'm not sure if he's got an exact timing on it. Thanks fighting down a bit. Sparks hiding behind the pillar. Good algae damage here from the Canadian Baksteen, actually.
What a trap.
Killing himself. Yeah, beautiful from Sparks.
That's actually a kind of a 101 trap. Something that's almost so obvious that now you don't really check it, and it works out exactly as Sparks would have hoped.
And it's going to be a split here on the major items. Both players also getting a yellow to boost them up a bit there, so that's fairly even. Let's see what happens. The red is going to be the next major item up. I know Baksteen does want that. He takes a rocket, make that two. Baksteen has to get out of here. He cannot afford to take that fight anymore after that first rocket. Again, nice play from the Canadian.
He can get himself a lead now. Baksteen is legging it. This is very similar to what was happening 2 minutes ago, except the absolute reverse. Baksteen is the one scavenging for anything he can get. And Sparks is running around now with 200. Here's him. This has got to be
nice opening rail. There we go. The impressive badge for Sparks. Beautiful railing there. And remember, he's got timing on this red, so Sparks is on the warpath.
Sparks had missed 10 rails before that, and those were the first two rail shots he landed this entire game.
Well, hey, as long as he lands the ones that count.
Yeah, it was definitely important then. Get himself in the lead, no problem. Well, those like...
Sparks again looking for these angles. He does hit one. Baksteen putting on the pressure with that algae. I wouldn't be surprised if Sparks is going to drop now. He's going to get that mega, and he's going to have to rush over to this red very quickly. Just jumping onto Baksteen's LG.
Oh, Baksteen, why have you gone into the water now? It's such an easy kill for Sparks.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Baksteen getting a little bit hungry there for some rail. And again, taking a rail with the spawn. Baksteen not looking very good right now.
I can't believe Baksteen goes in.
Yeah, I mean, Sparks needs a map win here to tie the series up again. Showing us that he's got what it takes. 4 minutes left. Sparks still, I think, firmly in control here. Baksteen's dealing a little bit of damage, but Sparks is just quick to get back onto those items and chase him down. The red's going to be up in 2 seconds. Sparks doesn't really need this, but he does want to deny it from Baksteen. Yeah, wants to keep him as low as possible for as long as possible here and not allow that lead to narrow.
Baksteen goes into the mega room and is like, oh, the shard. Oh, the shards are spawned! Now he can be happy, but now Sparks is in the room, so what are you going to do about that, Baksteen? The mega's up. What item can you get yourself? 5 seconds to red. Now this is good. He's got himself a position where he can delay Sparks. Sparks has realized this, wants to deny him an item, but he's just slow to do it. I thought Sparks was going to walk over and try and challenge for the red, but Baksteen somehow makes it.
Yeah, he's not going to be too concerned that Baksteen got that red. I mean, I think for him right now, the Mega was more important. He's still got a 200 armor stack, so Sparks is looking good. He obviously doesn't want to let Baksteen get too strong, but that Mega the difference between them right now. There we go, Baksteen aggressively into the red room. Sparks actually picks up that red mid-fight. Oh, worked out well for him. Oh, wow.
What the hell?
From Baksteen.
I can't believe it. That's unreal from Baksteen getting that kill. The
Amazing
rockets that he started out with as Sparks dropped from the little shotgun ledge. I thought he cocked it up when he missed his third one, but he just wiggled his way into it. And he might even tie the game up right now. Sparks on the floor, cannot get red. What a play from Baksteen.
And let's not forget, Sparks was on 200 going into that fight. This could be a lead here for Baksteen. Wow. 3 frags there.
Staggered that he able to deliver just then. He needs to get, okay, he's got the yellow, he needs to go over to Mega. He has to get the next series of major items, and it's going to be spelling a map 2 victory and a series victory for him.
Oh man, Sparks had this game in the bag there if he just maintained that control, but Baksteen coming out with massive damage. I mean, he took off that 200 so quickly.
And that fight that Sparks lost is the type of fight that you forget for, that you remember for an awfully long time. He's probably still shaking from the anger of losing that fight.
Yeah.
And maybe for the next couple of days as well, because that is, just devastating.
Sparks can still pull this back. It won't be easy, especially now that he's lost out on that Mega. 1.5 minutes left. I think Sparks needs to do what Baksteen did there and just really, win a big fight like that.
But it's not just the winning, it's just adding that spontaneity and
Yeah.
Catching him off guard. There was 2 direct rockets before Sparks replied.
Here we go. This is it for Sparks. Needs to win this fight. He loses out on that red, but it's
1 minute warning.
It's actually not worked out too bad for him. He's still got a little bit of health to play with here. Baksteen there looking for a rail shot. Misses. Sparks getting himself another yellow here and boost himself up out of that rail. That's going to even things up a bit.
And he hit enough LG. It's not bad damage actually from Sparks, but he's taking his time. There's going to be the red that spawns now. He's got hardly any weapons to work with. Just these rockets, the main.
Sparks, you have to go. 30 seconds left. Can Sparks do this? If he gets a frag now and a conversion, he might be able to pull this away, but Baksteen does not want to let it happen. Baksteen hiding at the bottom there.
That round would have ended it right there and then, actually. Sparks can't seem to find him in
15
time.
seconds left. I think this is it. Sparks, you have to do it now. Yeah, I think that's it. Sparks jumping down into Baksteen's LG, and in the end, a good series win for Baksteen. I mean, he really pulled that back, especially when he was on the back foot, so well played to the Dutchman.
And that fight down there in the red
Yeah,
that
that
he
was
managed
just
to win.
crazy.
In awe that he was at 1-3 down and just somehow pulled off such a sick rocket fight. It really looked like we were going to go to a tiebreaker, but no tiebreakers just yet.